Hey guys, welcome back to Distant Dialogues Reddit edition. I'm Grace,
I'm Shelbee.
and I'm holding the microphone different this time. Let's
experiment.
Today's episode is specifically about r/am I overreacting, which I have found some good videos. Some good posts. I found some good posts about this. So we're going to start with a kind of long one, but very recent.
Okay.
This is from yesterday. This is 1 day ago from when we are recording this, technically. Probably not from when you're seeing this, but yesterday as of recording. So it starts, am I overreacting because my boyfriend, male 18, recorded me, female 8, which is a crazy way to start. But I thought we would start with a crazy and long story. So I had to burp, okay? I didn't want to do it in the microphone.
Okay, sorry.
Alright, so let's get into this. It's also a trigger warning for self-harm, by the way. I will make that very clear. It is a trigger warning for self-harm. So if that is too triggering, you can skip to the next story. If not, I would buckle your seatbelt. Okay. Before I start, I would like to say that I do not want to hear anything about how teen relationships aren't, quote, real love, or whatever else unhappy middle-aged people seem to think. Thank you. My boyfriend...
Starting off strong.
I know. My boyfriend and I started dating when we were both 16 in our junior year of high school. We've been together for over a year now, and in that time, I've come to learn that he's a pretty great guy. Although he may be emotionally unintelligent in certain situations, he's an overall good partner, and I genuinely do see a future with him. Recently, I've found myself feeling really depressed, and to make it a long story short, I relapsed after almost 3 years of being self-harm free. I know it's not good, but I had no intention of suicide or anything like that. I just wanted to relieve the pain for a moment or two. This is important for the story. I was laying with my boyfriend last night, and he was rubbing my arm when he felt one. I had done it on my upper arm, so I wasn't expecting him to find it. Things immediately went south after that. He grew very angry, not like yelling angry, but cold and distant angry. He asked me why I did it, and I told him I was depressed. He then sat up and said, quote, I would generally break up with you for that. And the conversation escalated quickly after that point. Lots of crying from me and coldness from him, and I was begging him not to leave me. He kept saying things that implied he was going to break up with me, and every time I asked him if we were over, he said he didn't know or he'd avoid the question. Then he took off his promise ring and gave it to me, saying, quote, I don't need this anymore. After that, I became irrational. I was sobbing uncontrollably and couldn't breathe. Parentheses, yes, not my best moment. He tried to calm me down, but there was no luck. After about 45 minutes of this whole thing, it had settled down enough for him to just talk to me. One thing I remember him saying specifically is, quote, what would everyone think if I broke up with you and then you just killed yourself? Despite the rough night I had yesterday, I tried to get over it today and be normal when I saw him. As he was dropping me off at my house, and we were sitting in my driveway, I brought up the night before and how scared it had made me that he was going to leave. He then casually mentioned that he had a, quote, solid 19 minutes of me crying on his phone. I then asked him what he meant just to make sure I was hearing him correctly, and he confirmed what he had said by saying, quote, I recorded some of last night. In my head, I was thinking, quote, what the actual fuck? And there was no hiding the genuine shock on my face. Why would you do that? I asked, absolutely flabbergasted. What a word to use.
I use that word all the time.
He just explained to me that he only did it because of his quote-unquote history, aka a physically/emotionally abusive ex from 2 years ago, and because he wanted to make sure I wouldn't blackmail him with, and I quote, telling people you cried because I hit you or something. And to top it all off, he said he didn't feel safe. I am not one to invalidate someone's feelings, especially in a bad situation, such as the one that took place the night before. But I feel as if my trust was betrayed because he recorded me in our private conversation. I didn't say or do anything that might have made him feel unsafe in that situation. I was crying and shaking and could barely talk. I brushed it off at the moment after being shocked and angry for a couple of minutes because he had to leave and go to work. But I'm sitting here thinking about it now and wondering if maybe it is a big deal. Why in God's name would he feel like he needed to record our conversation? And if he felt so quote-unquote unsafe, then why tell me he didn't seem sad at all during our argument when he thought about breaking up with me? I also have thought about crying, about the fact that he sometimes gets off to seeing me cry, parentheses, which he admitted he did last night while we were cuddling after the whole argument. And I wonder if maybe he recorded the conversation so he could quote-unquote use it later for inspiration, parentheses, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. I don't know. I'm just wondering if I'm overreacting about this or not. I need help and I need validation, honestly. Sorry this got so long. Wow.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I did
That's
not
wild.
I did not read the whole story when I picked it, and I did not know that it got to that point. I did not read, I only read, the first couple paragraphs of it to pick it for this episode.
Yeah.
I did not know it would get to that point.
Yeah, that's... Fuck that dude, though. That's weird as shit.
I definitely think I know that she loves him, but at this same time, that is a crazy thing to want to admit to your girlfriend and to just to happen.
Yeah.
I don't have much more to say about it. There is a top comment that is pretty long, but it's pretty much the entire thing is just, she's not overreacting. One person said, go drink a beer, go to a punk show, have fun. Because the thing is, she is really young. And this is a crazy thing. She's about our age, too. She's our age.
Yeah.
And it's just a crazy thing at our age. Obviously, I have some shit going on, but, nothing like this. This is a whole nother level.
No.
It's a whole nother level that I was not prepared for.
Yeah, that's freaking wild.
I told you, crazy one to start the episode.
That made my brain hurt.
I'm so sorry. I
This hurt my brain so bad. What the?
I have some pics that are not from r/am I overreacting, just because I saw them specifically yesterday, or 2 days ago. Yesterday or 2 days ago. But I just had to share them. Not just with you, but with the internet. Because I know a lot of people aren't on Reddit. And it's a very scary place to go diving. But I feel like these needed to be, shared across the internet. But I'll give you a nice short and kind of simple one next. One that's not as heavy. Still weird. Obviously it's Reddit, so it's weird.
Oh god.
If it's Reddit, it's always weird.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
I feel like holding the microphone gives me so much more power. I feel like I have more power when I'm holding the microphone. whether, like, beside it just, like, on the stand. Because normally, I will show it. I do normally have a stand that it sits on. I also have a mic cover, but I don't...
camera with the stand.
I wasn't gonna. I did almost take the stand down with the cord of the microphone. I can cut this part out. Don't worry.
You keep it. I don't care. It adds flavor.
It's a lot of flavor. All right. Okay. Next one. Go. All right. Next story. r/am I overreacting? I will tell you when it's not r/am I overreacting. But this one is also from one day ago as of recording. So yesterday as of recording.
You okay?
I found a lot. Yes, I was searching yesterday since we are not recording.
In your free time.
Well, since we're not recording on our usual day, it gave me a lot more material.
Day?
No, it's just like the usual day that our last episode we recorded on a Thursday. It's a Friday. It gave me an extra day, but this extra day was so helpful because there are some crazy stories.
Okay.
So this one.
Oh, this is like the worst terrible angle. I'm so sorry. I did not realize you fell that far back. My bad.
Okay. Am I overreacting? Inappropriate comment by Walmart cashier.
No.
Automatic no.
If it's inappropriate, you are never overreacting.
I don't know. Let's see.
Okay.
So I went to Walmart to buy some stuff. There were long lines, and a cashier asked me to go to a register that he'll open to help. I went, and he asked if I speak Spanish, and said yes, and asked if he does too. He said yes, and asked if he's a pendejo, which in Spanish, it's a very derogative term. There's no exact translation into English.
I know.
I'm explaining to the audience.
Well, they know too.
You don't know that.
Okay, you're right. I don't.
I know you know. All right.
Don't
I just
make me
laughed.
crash up in the throat, bro.
Whoa. I just laughed and I said, no, LOL. He asked me what it meant and that he was barely learning, so someone taught him that. I told him what it means and he continued to scan my items. Then he looked at my hair and looked at me in the eyes and asked, quote, "Does the carpet match the drapes? Have you ever heard that saying?" I didn't know what to say or how to react. Yes, I've heard it, but didn't really know the meaning, so I said no, and he just laughed it off and said, never mind. Then he said he asked a girl that before, but she didn't know what it meant because she was just learning the language. And he said it's okay because he's just learning too. I feel dumb for not saying anything. Am I overreacting if I report him? Is it too late? Right off the bat, that's a crazy comment to say. It's a crazy question to say to anyone. I wouldn't even ask someone I knew.
That's nasty. I would hit him so hard.
I do not think she's overreacting, and I do think that she should report him. Crazy ironic that he works at Walmart, though.
The face. Crazy that he works at Walmart. Like, okay.
Walmart, bro. I mean, at least up here, Walmart is a sketchy place.
I mean, Walmart's a sketchy place anywhere you go.
I don't know. I feel like Walmart is more common, like, down south. Like, it's more of a common place to go to.
Yeah, and you still think it's like, no, there's crackheads all up in that bitch. You gotta worry. They could come up behind you any moment. You're done.
Oh, God.
They gonna shake you.
I don't think that would happen up here. I don't think would get shanked. I hope not, because I go to Walmart.
Dramatic. No, they do got some crackheads up in that house.
I've definitely gone into a Walmart and like gotten completely stared at. Like
I
no
went to
blinking.
Walmart and literally these two old ladies walk by and they go, "Put some more clothes on."
That's crazy.
Mind you, I was in a t-shirt and like it was like cropped, but my pajama pants were high enough you couldn't really tell. And I was like,
That's a
the
little
fuck
crazy.
is y'all talking about in y'all's ugly ass matching tracksuits? Get the fuck out my face.
Not the
It's
tracksuits.
fashion, bitch. Don't piss me off. No. And then one time I saw this dude and he had a fucking lizard. And I saw people who had a monkey in there once too. Mm-hmm. Deadass, real story.
That's crazy.
It was in Florida though.
That makes a lot of sense though.
Yeah. The lizard though was here in Alabama.
That's crazy.
He scared me so bad. I was like, we gotta get away. I thought I was gonna die. I was so little. I thought that lizard was gonna eat me or something. It's like one of them big ones. I was like, nah, get the fuck away from me, bruh.
For anyone listening to the podcast that does not know, we are called Distant Dialogues because of how distant we are from each other. She is in Alabama. I am in Connecticut. So it's pretty different. Pretty far away. But if we go back to the story, everyone is saying that she's not overreacting and she should report him.
Yeah. I totally forgot we were doing this for a minute.
But I agree with everything. Alright, this one's a little funny. A lot of what I found, this one's really short too. A lot of what I found did end up being from yesterday. Like, I saw it, like, minutes to, like, a couple hours after they were posted. So, again, this one is from yesterday. One day ago from us recording.
Honey, I think they got that already. I don't think you need to keep repeating it.
I'm just making sure.
Okay.
Am I overreacting? My new girlfriend of going on 3 months won't talk to me dirty.
Lord help us all. Jesus. Roll the tapes.
Alright, basic context. I've been with my current girl for 3 months now, and every time I try to bring up anything sexual, she won't add on to it, leaving it just a dull moment on my end. My voice cracked right there.
That's okay. You look like a little prepubescent. Puberty, so it's okay. You're finding yourself.
Okay. Sorry, there are mugs actively shaking on a very flat, stable surface. It might be. I wouldn't put it past that. I do believe in that shit.
Nah, get that away from me. Hell nah.
Anyways, she won't add on to it, leaving it just a dull moment on my end. In the past, she told me I can be as nasty as I want to her, but she never wants to talk about sex or anything. I've had girlfriends in the past talk about that with me way early in the relationship. This is the first girl who hasn't done that, especially 3 months in. Maybe she doesn't find me sexually attractive. IDK, am I overreacting?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't think he is. I don't think he is.
He's being a drama queen. Oh my gosh. Girlfriend of 3 months won't talk dirty to him. You poor baby. You're fine.
I mean, 3 months in is it's a good amount of time.
I'd start worrying around a year then. That's when I would start worrying.
I would worry around 6 months. Like 5-6 months is where I think I would start worrying.
Mm-mm.
Everyone says that he is overreacting.
Okay.
Top comment says maybe she doesn't know how to and to feel natural about it. I had a girl ask the same thing to me and I sounded like a psycho trying to say stuff. That's your kink, not hers. Preach. A guy that he also commented very quickly on it. Also, it says a day ago. But I'm assuming it's a guy. His name is Desktop Commando, so it's definitely a dude.
Yeah.
This guy's definitely overreacting. I thought it would be a funny
Shit.
one in between.
That's the one that said, I didn't know. Now you switching up now that everyone's saying he's overreacting.
No, I think it would if it's a couple more months in, like 5-6 months, I think I would start getting worried. But even at 3 months, I think I understand kind of where he's coming from, but at the same time, I think he is a little overreacting, especially to ask Reddit. But it definitely, I would at least have a conversation with her about it. Like, not just speculate how she's feeling and why she doesn't want to, but to ask about it and have her personally explain it to you. All right. This one is kind of crazy. It's a little short, but there are screenshots that I will be reading after the story. This one comes with proof.
We love proof.
I think when there's like proof that like especially proof that looks real and not like faked or AI generated, that's how you know it's a real story, because especially with Reddit, sometimes you don't know if it's real or fake. Because some people just fake stories for karma.
Yeah.
Which it's not like you get paid or anything on Reddit. I don't get the whole point of it. But am I overreacting? My girlfriend is mad that I brought up the idea of sending my ex condolences because her brother passed. Right off the bat, crazy.
What the shit?
When I found the story, I was with two of my friends and I asked them about it. Just the title. And they both said it was incredibly crazy. And they would be totally okay with it. They would not be mad at all. But let's get into it.
Uh-huh.
It also says in parentheses, I can't add any more images because of the text. I'll make a separate post because it gets worse. I have not been able to find the second post. Maybe if I look right now, I'll be able to find it after reading this post. But it says, my ex of 2 years brother just passed and I was close to him, to be honest. I was wondering if I should reach out to send my condolences as it's only respectful, right? My girlfriend, 20, responded this way though. Also, it was my birthday and I was pretty much ignored for the remainder of the day until when she started texting me at 2 a.m. I just think this is turning out to be a big deal than it should have been, and I'm at a loss for what I even did wrong in the situation. Last night, after the quote-unquote argument, she removed all her pics with me off all her socials and turned off her location. I just don't know what to do. I maybe need a new perspective to see if I generally did anything crazy and bad or what the hell happened.
Bro, what the hell?
We didn't even get into the text yet.
I don't need to see the text. What the hell? Off my damn bed because this shit's so stupid.
I won't read all of them, but basically as he's asking her, she said, "Wait, no, that's really sad." send a message to who? He said, I would probably just send it to my ex because I wouldn't know who else to tell, you know? She asked, so how did we find out in the first place? He said, I saw my old friend's story with like a GoFundMe link. She said, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. I want to be supportive and empathetic, but I just don't get why you personally feel the need to text. Why do you feel the need to do so? She said, I think anyone dying you knew or know is trippy. Offering condolences is nice, but to your ex, who you haven't spoken to in years, who you ended on not good terms with, to me, it's really concerning that you want to open that line of communication again. He says a bunch of things. She said, I think that she has a whole entire life without you in it, a whole new support system without you, a whole boyfriend to be there for her. What is condolences from her ex gonna do? She said, but that's exactly what you want. You're opening that line of communication. Obviously, there will be a response back. I feel like at this point, do what you want. And he kind of like scratched out what she said there, said a big paragraph. Like, he's being really respectful, saying like he understands how she feels and he doesn't want to extend any further conversation or open that line of communication, just simple condolences. She said, just to be clear, any message is an opening of communication. So you are going to give her condolences. You aren't texting her family. I just generally don't know how to handle this. And he is saying that he doesn't have to or doesn't need to send anything, but she says, I just don't know how to handle the fact that you want to. She ended up ghosting him, and he sends, I can show the camera this. Look how much he sent after she stopped texting him. And then she eventually sent him, I'm assuming this is like the 4 a.m. text, says, I hope work and stuff was good. I'm sorry how today turned out. I want to talk about stuff I just really don't want to tonight. I don't think I'm in a space to healthfully communicate right now. I'm going to go to bed. I have to wake up super early tomorrow. So good night. I love you. And she starts asking if he wants to text his ex. She said no. He said no. Like he didn't want to text. He was just thinking about condolences. And she said, you wouldn't have planned to do so or ask me if you didn't want to. So you did. You're just lying to me. And the more he says, she just sends like a bunch of periods and it just continues. Sorry, there's a bunch of people in the hallway right now. But it just keeps getting worse. I mean, I don't think that he's overreacting. I don't even
I never forgot the whole thing.
think that he didn't even need to put the pictures. There are 20 screenshots. I didn't even go through all of them right now, but he just isn't being helpful or like kind to him at all. Never mind the fact that he said it was his birthday. She ghosted him after he asked her this. He asked her to begin with. It's not like he just texted it at his ex and told his girlfriend after. He asked her if she would be okay and comfortable because his ex lost her brother. Like, would you be mad if you had a boyfriend right now, would you be mad if he asked to text his ex because her brother died?
No, I'd be like, dumbass, why you asking me? Text her and give her condolences. Tell her I said I'm sorry for her loss too. Dumb bitch. I wouldn't actually do that. But I'd be like, you don't have to ask to do stuff like that.
Right. I think he's not the one overreacting, she is.
That's not very girls of me. Sorry, guys.
I actually think it is very girl of you.
Aw, thank you. My eyes hurt.
This one is, it's definitely fake, but I thought it was so hilarious. I thought it was so fucking funny.
On the tapes.
It says, am I overreacting on how my wife, and I don't even know what this 900,000 female treats me 21 male. I don't know if that was a typo or not, but he says, hey babe, can I get a hug? She says, let me prepare myself. You inhabitly moronic pig, you foolish mollusk of a being. I will turn your brain matter into mere liquid once I get my hands up on you. There is no greater desire within my wretched body than to see you suffer. I will flay your skin off your body and leave you as a beast wrought from its own flesh. No respite shall you achieve, for your punishment is an internal as entropy. I will bring onto what was brought to the universe as the last star fell, eternal darkness. I just thought it was so funny. It's very clearly fake. This is from yesterday, but it's very clearly fake. I do like how people are kind of being funny about it in the comments. The top comment is just, are you married to Darth Vader? Sounds pretty fun. Definitely ask in person. It's definitely fake, especially the way this screenshot looks, unless they have an iPhone from the early 2000s. Because look at this. This is, I don't know how well you can see it, but it's
and-ish.
But the next one I have is this one is not from Am I Overreacting, but I thought it was so funny I had to share.
God.
It's from r/well that sucks.
Brother! That's what I was thinking of. Anyways, go ahead.
It's just a single screenshot of a text message, but it also looks very real. This is a very real looking text message.
Sure.
He gets a text from a girl. Hey, did we use protection? He sends 3 laughing crying emojis. How you asking that now? I have a vasectomy, so no worries there. She says, because I just took a pregnancy test and I'm pregnant. He sent 3 shocked face emojis. Damn, that really sucks. I also didn't even come. She said, it really does. Oh right, I forgot you didn't come. I'm sorry to bother you. He says, you're all good. Good luck with that.
What the hell? I lost brain cells listening to that. What the fuck?
I thought it was just going to be such a funny thing.
Oh my
I
God.
had to share.
That's horrible. Your sense of humor is broke.
Oh, believe me, I know. I know it's so broke.
Shit. Who you fell? Welcome back.
All right. Let's see. This one's going to be kind of crazy, and I want to give a trigger warning for this as well for any viewers or listeners. This is, am I overreacting? Blocked my friend after he confessed to molesting me in my fucking sleep. Honestly, you don't need more than just the title, but there are screenshots of text messages. So the text messages start at 9 a.m. This story is from 2 days ago, by the way. Just 2 days ago. He says, "Hey, I need to talk to you. I can set up the curtains for you when you have time to talk. I'd like to talk afterwards if that's okay." She says, "Okay, can you tell me what it's about though?" He says, "The night we hung out at your place, I touched you after you fell asleep on the couch. I hate myself for it. I've betrayed you." She says, "Jesus fucking Christ. I'm sorry for the Christians. Yeah, our friendship is over forever." And that is the last text she sent.
Name, address, or a picture of what he looks like.
For real. A lot of people don't fully believe that this is a real story, but the original poster did um did put a really long comment after a couple of them. But main thing when people, besides people saying that they think it might be fake, is that she is not overreacting, which is very true.
Not. I almost spilled my water. Sorry. My water is like sitting in like on my legs, and so like I moved and I almost spilled my water. That's what the face was.
Oh God.
I'm a mess.
I think we both are right now. It is a Friday night recording this. It is, for me at least, it is almost 1 p.m. at night recording this.
It's almost 9 at 10 for me. Listen, I have work in the morning too. I'm fucked, bro.
I have to
hate
wake
my
up.
life.
I think I have to wake up for like 10:30ish, but
Haha, suck it, bitch.
damn. But anyways,
So people at my job have found out that I'm very easily scared. And so they have made it their goal for everyone who knows me and talks to me on a daily basis. They're in a competition to see who can scare me the most, and whoever gets the most scares that I scream with wins. Denny is up to 5, Casey's at 3, Penny and Scotty 1 and 2 are all 3 at 1. Katie has none yet, and yeah.
my God.
I'm terrified. Everywhere I go, I'm on alert, and I think that makes it worse.
Yeah, probably. I am actively waiting for 2 of my friends to get back from a frat that I was not allowed to go to, or frat party, might I say, that I was not allowed to go to. That is a very long story of why I was not really allowed to go.
It's because you suck, bitch.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Wow, okay. Okay. I see how it is. I hope you get scared so much at work tomorrow.
That is hateful. I have like a heart attack. My heart stops, and then I have chest palpitations, and like my chest hurts for the next 20 minutes afterwards. Like, it's not cool. They're starting to get punched. My reflexes are coming in. It's not okay.
Okay.
Gosh, why would you wish that upon me, bruh?
I'm kidding. I am so kidding.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck out my face, bro. Read the next story.
Okay. This one, I originally did find the original post, and then I saw an update.
We love the update.
But
Bro.
I believe the original post was removed. We still have the update, though.
Okay.
So we're skipping the original post and going straight to an update. They do give like kind of a whole thing. They give like a synopsis of the first original post. And also there is picture evidence. This is, am I overreacting for getting pissed that someone had sex in my truck at the dealership?
I saw that one.
That's crazy.
I didn't read it, but I saw it.
All right.
The picture evidence was nasty.
The picture evidence is nasty. So this is the update. 6 days ago, I posted about my bizarre situation. After reading a majority of the comments here as well as social media, I dug deeper into finding reviews on this dealership. There were hundreds of negative feedback across multiple sites about damage to customers' vehicles and or financial fraud by padding loans without customer consent or knowledge and or other shady things. The day after making my post, the sales manager at the dealership called me to basically tell me it's the general manager's responsibility, so this call was pointless. The following day, the general manager calls me and basically tells me it's the sales manager's responsibility, but he will call me tomorrow or the following day. Neither manager called back. Yesterday, I filed a complaint with the BB, which is it's a like business, what is it called? Something Business Bureau. But it's basically how they check that businesses are kind of official, especially if they're selling something.
Yeah.
And with the attorney general with my story. So they went high with like this whole situation. Today, someone from the dealership called, parentheses, I believe it's customer relations, and they told me they received my complaint from the attorney general and they would like to fix the damaged items in my truck. I told them I need a new driver's seat, a new rear seat cover, new visor, and a new door panel on my driver's door. He said that's fine and I can bring it in. 3 laughing crying emojis. I kindly replied that there is absolutely no way I'll be back at their dealership, so he told me they contract with a third-party company that comes to customers' homes to do the repair. I agreed to that, and now I'm waiting on the third-party repair company to call me to schedule it. I'm hoping all goes well, but honestly, I'm not holding my breath. He also said they can reverse the thousands of dollars of add-ons that I never agreed to, even if my electronic signature is attached. I wouldn't know because they still have never given me copies, if me asking for 9 months. There is definitely going to be at least one more update regardless of what happens with the repairs. Thanks for your suggestions and support. It gave me the motivation and knowledge to get results. I will show these pictures very quickly for the camera, but these are crazy. They are crazy and disgusting. The fact that he had to like bring in the attorney general like of his state is crazy to me. I mean, I've met my state attorney general before. He's an awesome guy.
Of course you have.
What's that supposed to mean?
Is there anything you haven't done?
A lot. There's a lot of things I haven't done.
Oh. Okay.
But
okay.
I've met him and he's a really cool guy, but they deal with very, very serious issues that like affect basically the whole state. They deal with things that affect like a whole state's population of people. And it's crazy to... I mean, I understand why he would believe that he has to bring the attorney general into this. But at the same time, he's not overreacting, but is it really that serious?
Yes. The fuck? Yeah. Shit, man. No, that's nasty. If that shit would have happened to me, I'd be kicking some people's asses. Bro, I'm not even playing with you.
I thought I would throw
cool.
in some funny posts as well, because I know there are a good amount of serious stories that I picked out that I have like saved.
How much longer do you think we're gonna go?
10-ish minutes.
I can make it.
I have a pretty crazy story. This one is long, so this might be our last one. It is not Am I Overreacting? This is from one of my favorite subreddits, which is also a show on YouTube called r/2hottakes. They pick out stories that they favor, like their favorite stories that they find on Reddit, and or a lot of them, a good amount of them, it's split half and half. Either they pick from Reddit or it's a listener kind of write-in, which this one is. They're another kind of Reddit podcast. I do suggest going to watch them. They are really awesome, but this is a listener write-in from them. This one's kind of long, so this is probably going to be the last one. Boyfriend will leave me if I get sick.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Ooh.
Give me strength. Continue.
Not trying to push Christianity, but we need the Lord's strength for this story.
Hold on to y'all's crosses, y'all.
Hold on to your crosses, your Bibles, anything. All right. I need some advice. Sorry for advance for how long it is. I've been with my boyfriend for a little over 2 years. I'm 23 and he is 24. We started dating senior year of college and then moved out of state together after graduation to start our professional careers. Recently, I started a conversation about severe illnesses as my mother has multiple sclerosis and his dad died of cancer, which hits home for me. Which means we both have higher odds of getting sick. For those who don't know, MS is a chronic autoimmune disease that affects the central nervous system, the brain, and spinal cord. It has left my mom unable to walk, slurred her speech, and she shakes to the point where she can barely feed herself. This was an important conversation I wanted to have because a lot of our friends are getting engaged and he has started to talk about looking at rings. I was talking about how if he ever got cancer, I would stick by him and support him the entire way, and how important it would be to me that if I ever got sick, that my husband would stick by me. He then threw me for a loop when he said that if we got married and I got sick with MS or cancer, he would leave me because, quote, I can't expect him to change his life for me, and that he wouldn't expect me to stay for him. This was a slap in the face because my parents divorced just 3 years ago after being married for 20 years when my dad cheated on my mom, the reason being, in his words, quote, because she was holding him back in life with her MS. This was also a shock because his mom stayed with his dad when he got cancer and supported him until he passed away. I told him how much that hurt me and how I can't believe he would actually do that considering he knows how much my dad cheating on and leaving my mom hurt me. He said, my dilemma is that I do truly love him so much and am so far deep with him already. Also, when I told him how I don't know if I can be with someone who feels that way, and he said, quote, you're not going to get sick. Don't leave over a hypothetical that is not going to happen. But I can't stop thinking about what would happen if I got sick. To be completely honest, we have had some major issues and fights in the past year where we have almost broken up on top of this. Do I stay with him because he is right? It would be stupid to leave him over hypothetical. Or should I go with my gut and leave because I deserve someone who would stay with me no matter what happened? Am I unreasonable for expecting him to stay if we were married and I got sick? Please help.
Fuck that bitch.
Just no, she is not overreacting. That is a crazy thing. As someone who has had it, like my dad had stage 4 colon cancer. For everyone on the internet, he had stage 4 colon cancer. He fought for a year of his life from when I was 9 to when I was 10. My mom stayed with him throughout the entire thing. No matter how hard he tried to be strong, how much it hurt her, even after he died. She stayed loyal to him for 7 years of my life after he died. She did everything for him. And to me, it is crazy that you would leave someone if they got sick, especially with something that they cannot fully control. Cancer is a genetic disease. It can be a genetic disease. And I know I have a high chance of getting it because of my dad and because of my family history. If I were her, I would immediately leave him. Because whether it's cancer or MS or anything else, anything, any type of sickness, you should stay with the person you love. You should help them and help them fight. And not just leave them or cheat on them because you don't think that their sickness should stop your life. My mom did not let my dad's sickness stop her life. She just dedicated a good amount of portion of her life to help him. It doesn't have to take over your whole entire life. That is the point of a relationship. It is not supposed to take over your entire life. But you are supposed to give half of your heart to someone. If you love them dearly, especially if you want to get married and are married, you are supposed to give them half of your heart, half of all that you care about. You are not supposed to leave someone just because they get sick, something they can't fully help. And that is my aggressive stance on it.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. You're completely right in that, though.
And all of the comments agree that she should leave him, that she is not overreacting, that it is not real love if he will leave her if she gets sick.
Yeah.
That's why in your vows, when you get married, you say through sickness and in health. You don't leave someone when they get sick, when they don't feel good, when they feel bad. The whole point is that you love someone to the point that nothing else matters, that you will stay with them no matter what happens. That is my very, very based opinion on it.
I'm going to leave it at that. I think you said all the words that need to be said right there.
And I think I would have the same view even if I didn't have a personal effect on my life about it.
I think if you're with someone and you plan on marrying them or being with them forever, then that one thing shouldn't just automatically be never mind. Throw that life away. Bye. Fuck, bro.
Right.
That probably made no sense.
No, it did.
You got me, homie.
It did make sense.
Okay. It didn't make sense in my head, so.
It made sense coming out, so we're good. It's okay.
Yippee!
How about we end it on kind of a funny one? Something that's a little less serious than that.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
This one's pretty short. There's just some screenshots of a chat with a little bit of explanation. This one, I've recently been seeing a lot from the subreddit, r/teenager. As someone who is still a teenager, as well as you, I think some of it is a little relatable.
Oh, how dare you say I'm a teenager? I'm a young adult. Yes, I am 19. There's still teen in there, but I'm a young adult.
All right. It says, a creep knew I'm 13 and said I was, quote, short but stacked.
Bro, what the fuck?
I'm assuming it's a she. She said, I fucking hate the fact I have to censor this creep's name, but the last time I didn't do that, I got permabanned from r/teenagers. So this clearly has happened to her before.
Shit.
So this poor girl. So, let's see. He says, I love the way you dress. She says, thanks. She says, you're very cute. He says, how old are you? She says, how old are you? He says, 18. You? So he's our age.
Your age, not my age. Don't want that weirdo with me.
Alright, he's my age.
There you go.
She says, how old do you think I am? He says, late teens. She said, nah, I'm barely a teen. I'm 13. He says, damn, your body doesn't look that young, lol. She says, I mean, I'm like fit and still fit in some small children stuff, so... He said, short but stacked, lol. She said, pardon? He said, I meant that because you're tiny, it makes everything else look bigger. She said something that I believe it's some other language that involves characters that I believe is European. It looks Greek or something. He says, sorry if I offended you. I don't understand, lol. She says something else. I believe she starts talking in different language now. He just says lol. She says something in a different language and says where you are from. He says US. You? She says that's a secret. He says lol, okay, so what are you into? And she keeps talking in a different language that I believe is Greek, if I were to give it my best guess.
Girl boss. Keep him confused.
Oh, okay. So people were originally going to call her, like, an asshole, but then they realized she was 13. And I believe it's not Greek. I believe this person said, I don't speak Russian. So I believe it actually is Russian.
Oh, goodness.
But clearly she speaks a good amount of English too, which I believe is like a classic European thing from my friends. I've had friends that are European, especially non-English, like non-native English speakers that are European, mostly from Sweden and Norway. They are specifically taught to speak English from a very young age. But anyways, this guy is a creep. Being 18 years old from the United States like this guy, I would never, ever, ever hit on a 13-year-old person.
My brother did. He's 18. But he's also a weirdo. And also, he's not my brother anymore. He got legally rights removed. Let's not put that in.
I can cut that out if you want me to.
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be out myself like that on the internet.
Hey, I've outed myself out for a lot of things already. It's not like
Fine.
you
We
gave a
can
whole
keep that in.
story. It's just a little bit. But
It's not too bad.
no.
Yeah.
But as someone who is 18 from the United States, just like that guy, I would never ever hit on a 13-year-old. I wouldn't hit on someone that was younger than 17. I would only go 1 year younger than me, and that is it.
Mm-hmm.
And I barely would do that. I have a couple ex-girlfriends who are 1 year younger than me. That is like my max, is 1 year younger. So to think that you were 18, hitting on a 13-year-old, that is 5 years. That is a 5-year gap.
Okay.
Which is fucking insane. Are you okay?
The hell? No, these people be starting their car loud as hell. It scared the shit out of me. Dang. Anyways.
I think that is a good one to leave it on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Not to end on such a serious, super serious kind of story. To end a little lighter, because I think last week was a little heavy.
It's a little bit.
Especially being our first episode, I think it was definitely a little heavy, but it is something that is unavoidable when it comes to Reddit.
Do you want to know something crazy? The last time the first episode we recorded, I was eating pizza and I had pizza for dinner tonight.
That's
That's
ironic.
weird. It really is. But it was pepperoni this time. It was cheese last time. But yeah, I was just like, that's crazy.
Speaking of, I'm kind of hungry.
I'm actually quite hungry and quite tired, actually. My eyes hurt.
All right. So I think our next episode should be a little bit skipping a little bit of Reddit. I'll see if I can find stuff on Reddit. But I think we should dive into Ash Trevino lore because it
Please.
it
Oh
keeps
my gosh,
getting
yes.
deeper.
I need someone to catch me up because I keep trying to get caught up and I can't.
I will catch you up, and I will catch anyone who watches this. I will catch them up on all of the lore. I am so deep in the lore. I keep getting things on my TikTok. Apparently, she's suing another TikToker now because she dressed up as Ash Trevino, making fun of her, and had Santos in her videos. So she's suing with her Temu lawyers.
Oh my fucking god. Not the Temu lawyers.
But we've had comments that we do love the Ash Trevino lore, so I think we have to do a whole episode on it.
Oh, yes. Yes.
But to anyone who is not following us on TikTok and Instagram, it is distant_dialogues_pod, Pod. Both TikTok and Instagram. You can follow us both on there. I am trying to post more on both of those. And you can find this podcast on both YouTube and Spotify or anywhere that you listen to podcasts or watch podcasts. I know it's not too much to watch. It's definitely a lot to listen to, not too much to watch. But I think that's kind of the whole vibe of it. I think that's what makes it a little chill, more comfortable.
Because they're just... That's literally how I've been looking. It's just like...
I think I definitely love kind of a laid-back type of podcast. Nothing too serious. Like what this is. Yeah. So, if you like that kind of stuff, please follow, please like, comment anything that you want us to talk about, whether it's Reddit related or not. Especially if you want us to talk about Ash Trevino lore, we so will. I could talk about that for hours on end.
I'm scared. But I feel like we really need to do that because I gotta get caught up. Shit, I'm so far behind. I saw her live. It popped up on my For You page. I saw her live. I was like, ooh,
That's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen her live like in person, but I definitely always see clips about her lives.
I saw her live in person. She was looking rough. It's okay.
In one of the clips from her live stream that I saw, she was putting hand sanitizer in her hair.
What the hell? This woman is horrible.
There's just so much. It's such deep lore, and I am sadly so deep in it. I'm not just knee deep, I'm not waist deep, I am like neck
drowning. You're drowning.
I am literally drowning. And this is crazy. The first episode and second episode, we end up talking about Ash Trevino. That's how much it is consuming my entire life.
Okay, listen, we'll let you get it all out. Next episode, Grace is giving us a rundown on Ash Trevino lore, so we will finally shut up about it.
I think I don't have enough people to talk about it to. I think I just need to get it all out in an episode, and maybe I'll be done with it.
Please.
Who am I kidding? I'm never going to be really done with it.
Huh?
I'm never really going to be done with the lore.
I know, that's the sad part.
She keeps digging her own grave deeper and deeper. All I can do is follow it.
I know, girl. I've been seeing them TikTok, girl. I know, girl.
But anyways. Please leave a like and comment, and whether you do or not, I will most likely talk about Ash Trevino lore next podcast episode. So please follow, stay tuned for that, because I am so deep in the lore, and I will and am excited to be able to talk all about it.
I think I'm gonna have to take a sick day.
It's just to be face to face with the camera talking about Ash Trevino. That would be crazy.
This will be me for the day. We'll just have it set up here. There you go. I'll get Tank. Tank can do it.
Anyone who doesn't know Tank is her dog, and I literally love him so much. I think Tank should be on the next episode.
I'll talk to him. I'll talk to his agent. We'll see what we can do.
Okay. We will leave the episode at that. Another crazy ending to an episode. Episode number 2. Strayed a little bit from r/am I Overreacting, but that's okay. It most likely never stay on topic.
That's okay though. It's more interesting that way.
Yeah, that's the joy of it.
Yeah. Okay. Add the tooth. Damn.
Alright. I will end the episode here. No, I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay, hold on. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
I will end the episode here. Again, this is Distant Dialogues, Reddit edition. I am Grace.
I am Shelbee.
And I hope you enjoyed this episode. Episode number 2. See you all in the next episode.
Can I go now?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm dead.